Hey everybody, this is Tosha, ready or not, here I come, knock knock. Oh goodness. I just wanted to hop on here and just have a few words. I'm in the yard doing some yard work and just walking around enjoying nature and just giving thanks for everything that we have that that we can give thanks for, because in everything, in every single day, you can always find something to be thankful for. Right now we're living in such frenzied and chaotic times, and we're inundated with overwhelming misinformation. Now, how do you make critical and sound decisions in a time like this? Well, I believe that we are designed to survive by using primal instincts that we use to process information, such as numbers and words and algorithms and data. So, just a little bit about me. I had started the Supernova Tosha show on radio, and then I had a TV opportunity that, was presented to me. And so I started doing that, and that was earlier in 2020. Just as soon as I'm getting myself together and getting funding ideas, and I'm aligning with mentors and experienced people in the business, here comes COVID-19, aka the coronavirus, dun dun dun, and everything stops. So, okay, I think in 3 months, this will all blow over. It's like I'm going to go ahead and take a 3 month sabbatical, if you will, just to study and improve on my craft. Well, I was wrong. I was so wrong. When you add eggs with ketchup, that's just wrong. That's how wrong I was. Folks, let me just tell you that if you put a fork in like a power outlet, you know how wrong that is? That's how wrong I was. That's how wrong we all were. It, like when you brush your teeth and you just have that toothpaste in your mouth, and then you go ahead and you have some orange juice. You know how wrong that is? That's how wrong I was. Now, the primal instincts I'm talking about are the ones that you inherit, and it's inherent, and it starts to kick in. And let me just explain to you. So, elephants, right? Elephants detect sound and vibration at very low frequencies. That allows them to detect earthquakes, and they migrate away from danger. Dogs can detect seizures through smell thanks to their incredible canine nose, which can sniff out odor molecules in the parts per trillion, right? So let me share that I will share some shows, that I've already recorded and aired on TV. Watch them, like and share. Subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to just start making more videos, more motivational videos and things of that nature, and just kind of hang out and chat with you, just to see how you're making it through this COVID, and how you're making it through this pandemic, and what are your plans, what are you working on, what do you hope to happen after everything, at least the numbers start going down. I really honestly feel like we're gonna be dealing with this for a few years. Yeah, definitely. So again, like and share, and I'll use this platform to talk and chop it up with you, like-minded people, so that we can communicate and share our life experiences during these tumultuous times. Now, so far, 2020 has come in like a wrecking ball, just hot like lava and full of drama. We To recap, like January of 2020, we lost Kobe and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna Bryant, along with their friends, the pilot. They died in that horrific helicopter crash. And then February 2020, the 45th president of the United States was impeached, for abuse of power, for asking the Ukraine to investigate 2020 politics. The 2020 political rival Joe Biden. Yes, he was acquitted on both articles, but he was impeached. So I think, I don't know. It's just, Yeah, it's been a year. I don't know. This is, I don't know. You ask yourself, you know what? We stayed up late. We stayed up late, and we yelled Happy New Year, and we're thinking 2020, what a year. It's going to be so great and so wonderful. And then we have like the Australian bushfires. I mean, that was devastating. And then, of course, March comes around, and then the pandemic is declared. Unemployment is just at high. New York is pretty much shut down. Like, people have moved out. California, the homelessness has just increased exponentially. Um, we've had some hurricanes, definitely had some hurricanes where we had to contend with, and we had the shootings, the shootings of unarmed black men. Like, the police brutality just increased, and I don't know about if it increased. I just feel like it's being filmed more, because if you look at the 1950s and the 60s, it was common. It was very common, but we just didn't have the means and the wherewithal to have it all videotaped. But now we do. Every camera, the least expensive camera, has a phone, so we're now able to video it and share it within moments on social media. So I think it's just that we're able to capture it more, but I really don't think that it's increased, or it definitely hasn't decreased. It's stayed the same. We have the new the name of Karen that came about because for some reason people just feel emboldened to just stop you and ask you, do you have papers? I'm going to call ICE. Do you belong here? Do you live here? You know, why are your kids selling Kool-Aid and icy pops on the side of the street? Does this 12-year-old child have a permit to sell icy pops? Just ridiculous things like that. I don't want to wear my mask. And, people are coughing on people and fighting. And a lot of people are just stressed. They're stressed and exhausted because schools are closed. So the children are feeling stressed too. They're unsure because the parents are unsure. Parents are unsure. They're uncertain. Um, food drives, like everywhere you go, there's food drives. That should show you how horrible the economy is, because I used to volunteer at food drives, a lot of food drives, and you can see the need in people. And now it's everyone. It's everyone going to food drives because the kids are home from school. They're being virtually schooled, and they're being schooled at home. So they're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then they're bored. So they're eating more because they're bored, and they're watching TV, and they're playing video games, and they're not getting the fresh air outside, and they're not being with their friends. They're not socializing with their friends. They're not doing what normal kids are supposed to be doing at this time. So it's a strenuous time for them too, and they're really going through it. If you can build a network, like a support system of parents, I know if you reach out to the number 211, it's probably the same in most states. 211 gives you direction of where you can get help. If you need a social worker to come in, if you need additional sources, where you can pick up free breakfasts, free lunches. Um, let's see. There's all these government agencies also that are willing to help with if you're behind on rent. I know if you're behind on mortgage, your bank, some of your banks are helping to defer the payments. But with everything that's happening, you just have to make a phone call. Don't be apprehensive to call. Just call and tell them, this is the situation that I'm in. It's a pandemic. I never lived through a pandemic before, and you definitely want to reach out and just see how and where you can get help, and if there's somebody you could talk to. And I recommend getting exercise. Like, I go to the gym, not very often, but I like to go early because there's not a lot of people there. I go to the beach and I just walk. I'll walk for hours. Just I just walk for hours, and that really settles my mind. Um, it's tough, it's tough, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it because we we go through these things because the higher power, remember, he's our shepherd. The higher power is our shepherd, and we go through these hills and valleys so that we can be reminded that he is our shepherd, and that if we put all faith in him, we have to put in work as well, but if we put all faith in him, that he will bring us through. And this is a reminder to let you know that he is a miracle worker, that he does work miracles, and he can make our situations better, and he will. But you've got to have faith, and you also have to put in work. Just sitting around and praying doesn't just do anything. You've got to read. One thing we don't do a lot and we hate to do is read. If you just go online and just put in Google and say, how can I make extra money? There's so many things you can do that's legal that you can just bring in extra cash. Right now, people are taking advantage of getting licenses for insurance licenses, real estate licenses. So they're using this time to really gain skills and certificates, and so that they can have money, like different streams of income. Because if you don't have a job, and you know what, even if you do have a job, one income stream nowadays is not enough. It really is not enough just to have one income. Absolutely, you need more than one income streams anyway. So if you're not pulling in, $200,000-300,000 a year, and that's most of us average. You got to find different income streams. So you have your job, and if you get a license to sell real estate, you can do a rental. You know what I mean? And you get a percentage off of that. You can sell a home. You can sell a commercial property. If you do insurance on the side, people are always looking for car insurance agents. If you get your adjuster's license, you could be an adjuster. These are all things that you just need a certificate for, and a few $100s investment where you can end up having so many certificates that are bringing in so many things. You'll definitely be doing well and doing way better than what you were before this pandemic. You can actually come out better after this pandemic, which we don't know when. But let me tell you something. um wow, I just wanted to stop by and share a few words of encouragement with you. And I when I saw the presidential debate in September, and seeing that our president and his advisors have tested positive for the COVID. And oh, sorry, that was the air conditioning that startled me. Um, and the things that are being said, and the things that he said about others when they were ill, like for instance, when Hillary had pneumonia. Pneumonia is something that people die from. And he was making fun of her, saying that she can't even make it 15 steps to her car or something like that. And then now he's diagnosed with the COVID, and people are wishing, the worst upon him. I would never wish anything worse upon anyone. My cousin lost her husband to COVID. She survived. And from the numerous people that I know that had it's a horrible, horrible illness to have. It's very painful, and it's very scary because you don't know if you're going to survive. And the people who have survived, they have so many issues, lingering issues, that doctors can't explain it. I know my dentist, her brother, I believe he now has narcolepsy. Like, he'll just be up reading, and all of a sudden he feels like a flash of fire, he says, and then he just falls asleep. And she said, I actually sat with him and I witnessed he just fell asleep. And they don't understand that flash of light or whatever he feels, but he's getting tests ran on him, and no one knows what it is. There's other people that have so many complications. Chronic fatigue syndrome is something that comes with it, after people have recovered from the COVID. There's people that have issues now with their organs because it affects your organs, and that's why people actually die. It's not the COVID itself, but it affects your organs. So once you start having organ damage, your time is very limited because you need all your organs to function. You need all your organs functioning well for you to live a quality of life. So, with that being said, sometimes I wonder if humans have become machines. Computer brains and machines, and lack of empathy, lack of sympathy, because a lot of us behave like cattle. And if you see the videos with the Karens and the people that are just fighting for no reason, oh well, you said this and you was talking smack and you was talking about me, and I heard that you said this and you said that. Literally, if you watch a geographic film or something on YouTube, National Geographic, you will see that people behave like cattle. They just go in for the kill, going for the jugular. So with that being said, you have that, and then you have these dictators that are in power, and these dictators have freedom and joy, but they enslave the people who put them there. And they lie, and they don't fulfill their promises. And so it's a tough world. It's a tough world. Anywho, we the people can change our circumstances. First, you got to give thanks for what you have, so that you'll have more. And if you focus on what you don't have, you'll never have enough. In Jamaica, they have an idiom, and the idiom says that if you want good, your nose has to run. And what that means is, if you want to achieve your goals, you must work hard towards it. And if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll definitely work until you die. So just give thanks and praise to the Lord. Feel all right. Live life abundantly. Be good to someone by paying it forward. Love and blessings. And don't forget to like and share. And I have one wish in this video, and that one wish is, can we make oxtails cheap again?